Hey guys, thanks for joining me. This is Ian Chit Chicken Scratch, and today is Friday, September 27th. If you're watching this live video, let me know if you can hear me. Hopefully y'all are there. Okay, I see one thumbs up. Hi Pauline, can you hear me okay? There's Melissa. Oh, I can see the cars going by behind me. How are y'all doing? Hey Cliffy, I sent you. Sorry, my voice is going to keep going out. I'm still sick. Cliffy, you won something. I sent you an email today. I'm going to try to not cough on y'all tonight, but it's kind of hard. It's like anytime I talk, the coughing starts. But I feel so much better. Sorry I had to cancel on y'all twice this week. Thank you, Leslie. I appreciate it. So the sinus infection that I had I did not get any better with the antibiotic or the steroid. In fact, I took a turn for the worse. But I am feeling better. Yes. Cheryl says she received her product shares today and she likes the containers for the ribbon. Yay! Thank you. I'm glad. I made a change and started using those little containers. I thought we've used bags for years and years, and I just thought a change up would be nice. So I'm happy to hear that you like it. Hopefully I'll get more feedback because I never really know what people prefer. I just kind of like changing things up. So yeah. Hopefully everyone that's here is safe from the hurricane. I know that storm, or what do you call it, hurricane, is moving north, right? I think my family in Tennessee is going to be getting some rain, hopefully not tornadoes. I'm probably going to clear my throat like 1,000 times, so I'm going to go ahead and apologize in advance. At least I can talk today. There's been some days this week I could hardly talk at all. Yeah. Okay, so before we get started, I did want to go ahead and say thank you guys so much for helping me reach my 3 million. It did happen on that free shipping day. Everyone that won prizes for that has been contacted. We've all been replying. The quilt's already been shipped out. I did post all the winners on my website. I did ask them for permission to post their names, and they all said yes. So hopefully they'll share some pictures with us when they get their stuff. But pretty much everyone that wanted to go ahead and redeem or get their gifts have done so. But again, thank y'all so much. And it's like no sooner than I got it, I disappeared. Well, it was because right smack dab in the middle of that, I was sick. So I'm even really more thankful, right? Okay, so let me put this camera on my hands, actually. And hopefully that's going to work. Okay, so there we go. The first thing I'm going to do, that way y'all won't have to, well, I will put my face in the corner though. That sounds so funny, I know, but is this it? Yeah, okay, there we go. I'm going to go ahead and post the link to the live prizes that we're having tonight. And I will show you those, which I have completely pushed out of the camera view for a second. Get back on my stool here. What was I saying? The link. I'm going to get y'all the link to the live Chick Candy. Copy. And it's going to be in the comments now. I will tell y'all, I went, I can talk and I can do two things at once. But just to tell you the situation I was under, for 3 weeks, I went and didn't get more than 2 hours of sleep a night. Like I literally could not, the minute I laid down, I started choking and I could not get any sleep because I kept choking. So that was my problem, is that the cough would not allow me to sleep. And so, your body heals and repairs itself when you sleep. And I wasn't sleeping. So I wasn't getting any better. But I went to I had my CAT scan on my kidney on Tuesday. Did my mouse just go dead? No. Okay. And when I was there, they said, "Are you in any pain?" Now, y'all already know how dramatic I am. And I said, "Yes, I'm in pain." Well, I've never had a UTI, but I have one, and I've never had one. So I was in a lot of pain. I thought something was really wrong. And so I told the lady, I said, "I know that you're not the doctor for this." I said, "But I'm going to go to the walk-in clinic or the ER as soon as I leave here." And she's like, "Oh no, let me take care of you." So she wrote me a script for Cipro, ordered a bunch of tests. And ever since she put me on the Cipro, I've started to get better every single day. Okay. So that's kind of, how many minutes have I been talking? About 7 minutes. So anyway, I am alive and doing much better. I don't sound a lot better, but I am a lot better. So tonight, I was going to show you the live prizes because you have to be present to win. The first winner is going to get to choose which one they want. So we're having 3 tonight. The projects we're making are super simple, but I needed something super simple. Karen, I have been putting, I don't know if you were the one that told me before, but I've been putting Vicks Vapor Rub on my feet and on my chest every night for the last week and a half. So whoever told me about that, I've been doing that. In fact, you wouldn't believe the things I've been doing. I'm like, I'm willing to try anything to feel better. Okay, so these are in no particular order because we're going to have 3 live prizes. The first one's going to get to choose, and the second one and the third. You got to be present to win. Okay, so this is number 1. This is this little fabric tray with the gold textured adhesive back dots. The second one is the Grinch tray with the dressy, whatever they're called, dressy adhesive back embellishments. And then the third one is going to be the Ghost. This is purple. It looks a little pinkish, but it's purple. And with the Regal foiled adhesive back dots. Now we do have the YouTube Chick Candy, but we'll cover that in just a little bit. What we're making tonight is these 2 simple. I absolutely love these. I know it's too simple for a lot of people, but I just love this so much. Pool party and white and silver. It's so elegant and beautiful. So these are the projects we're making tonight. Super simple, super easy. Hopefully I won't mess anything up. We are embossing tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and do that really quickly. Luckily, I do not have that sore throat anymore. So that's one thing that I am happy to report. No more sore throat. Thank goodness. Nobody likes a sore throat, right? So let me show you the product that we're using tonight. Decorative Trees bundle. So we're using the stamp set and the dies. Now, for the little box, I decided that this greeting, "May your days be merry," was a little too big for my box. You could whack that off and just use "Be Merry." And of course, I thought of that after I made this box. So the Happy Holidays from here, I used from a set that we're going to be using soon, which is called Christmas Friends. Y'all know this is one of my favorite. Unfortunately, the dies have already gone on back order before I could even use it. That's why I keep saying we need more animals, right? We need more animals. especially cute ones. But here's the greeting, okay? We're using the Birchwood embossing folder. That's what you see on the front here and on this one. Yvette, thank you so much. I think you did that last week too. That's so very nice of you. I told my husband, I said, I don't know how to say thank you. And he said, I think you're supposed to do it live. So Yvette, thank you very much. Okay, enough talking. We're going to go ahead and get the embossing done because then I can move that stuff out of the way because I've got my heat tool setting here. So I'm going to use this piece of basic white, and I've got all of my supplies right here. Now I do need my greetings. So the first thing you want to do, and I always do this. Oh my goodness gracious, Cliffy, you too. Thank you guys. I've never seen a super sticker. So I like to pretend that everybody doesn't really know how to stamp because we have new stampers join us all the time, right? New people are turning 18, new people are being born. So I try to go through all the steps, but I'd like to do it really quickly. So, oh, that's so nice. So Embossing Buddy really helps prepare your cardstock. And the reason you want to do that is because if you've ever embossed, sometimes you get an edge of your stamp on your cardstock and then it's embossed because the powder gets on it. So this Embossing Buddy just prepares it for you so that you don't get that. Okay, so Season's Greetings. And that's invisible because we're using Versamark, right? So you can't even see what I just did. But you will in just a minute because we're going to be using the powder, the embossing powder. Okay, you always want to close this up so that you don't get any powder on it. And then now I'm going to take my tray and I'm going to set this in here and I'm going to just pour this over. Now y'all have seen me use these containers before. You know, I keep all of my embossing powder in these in a drawer over there. And we're going to just pour this right back into that container when we're done. And I always like to coat it twice. And then make sure you get all the extras off. Because we use that Embossing Buddy, we don't have any random powder anywhere, right? Okay, so I'm going to set this behind me. And I hope I have my little... I do. So this is what I use to hold my project down while I emboss it. Okay, so we're just going to heat set this real quick. So let me know, is there anybody here that has never embossed? Have you never done this before? Let us know. I always say it's like magic. I never knew it was so easy. I mean, it looks like, it's so beautiful. It looks like it would be really difficult, but as you can see, it's just 1, 2, 3 and it's done. Okay, so we are done and we're just going to set that aside now and let that cool. Although we could cut it now, but we don't need to. Now somebody later text me and remind me to unplug that heat tool. I've never had any issues with it, but I don't want to either, right? Okay, so what we're going to do is cut out the tree with Pool Party cardstock, and this is the die we're using. And then we're going to cut out this tree with the silver foil. Oh, and I forgot to grab my copy paper. I'll use something else. I'm keeping that flipped over just so it doesn't reflect in the, well, let me get the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. I want to get myself messed up here. So, yes, I love embossing too. See, I'm not the only one. I'm putting all this stuff out of the way so I don't do anything wrong. Okay, so we're going to use a 1 and a 2. And then let's use the magnetic plate. So we're going to cut out 2 trees. This is just the base, right? So she is heating from the backside. I have never seen that, but I wonder if maybe it gets too hot and it burns some embossing folders. I know when I first discovered Stampin' Up, I tried other embossing powders. They are not created equal. They burnt, they stunk, they turned black. You know what I mean? So I think if you use maybe a cheaper embossing powder, maybe you don't get the same results as our Stampin' Up ones. Okay, we're done with Pool Party. Now, I'm going to cut. Wait, let me get a piece of copy paper real quick. Or not. This is pretend copy paper because I forgot my copy paper. So we're gonna die cut the tree. I'm looking for my die. But we don't want to get the lines of the embossing folder on it. So we're using what I'm calling a piece of copy paper to cover that up so that we don't get all those scratches on there. The scratches that's on my plate, right? Yeah. Y'all know what I mean? Vicky says it helps to keep the paper from curling. Thank you, Vicky. That is a great explanation. Yes, that's a great explanation. I didn't really know that, but okay. So here is one tree that is done like that. Okay, I didn't do anything fancy to it. I just ran it through. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my second piece, because remember a couple weeks ago I used, hold on, I got to slide this out of the way so that I've got room to show y'all. So for that tree, I'm going to use my little contraband. I'm going to use my little Xyron to add adhesive to it. But for those of you that only want to use Stampin' Up! Product, I'm going to show you what you do first to use our adhesive sheets, okay? So what you do is you cover, where'd I put my die? I need a bigger desk, don't I? So I don't want to use too much of this. So I'm going to cut this right there. I don't want to waste either my foil or my adhesive sheets, right? Save that for a different project. And then now we want our adhesive sheet to be around the same size. I'm going to make it just a smidge shorter. Okay, now this is not the one I'm using. This is the one I'm using. So I'm going to take this adhesive sheet and apply it to the back side of the foil. Now I'm going to use my silicone craft sheet. And I'll tell you, this used to confuse me so much. Like I was like, I don't know how to use those things. It's so confusing. But then once I learned how, I was like, well, what's confusing about it? Nothing really. You just basically stick it to the back of the cardstock, right? Yeah. So you just stick this sticky stuff to the back of your cardstock. This is trash. And then now we're going to place our die on top of here and run it through. And then it's going to automatically have sticky on the back. But I want to use this so that I don't get the scratches on here. Okay. So there's that. Uh-oh, I almost missed it. Oh, wait. Let's go ahead and do the star while we're at it. I forgot the first one, so we're going to have to do a second star in just a minute. Cutting that. Okay. Yvette, are you helping somebody, or are you asking me? I think you might be helping somebody. Is somebody having issues? Now, the only downside of this, I'm going to tell you right now, I am going to run this through a second time just like that. And the reason is because this die is really intricate. Is that the word for it? Delicate, intricate, whatever. And if it doesn't go through properly, it's gonna get snagged and you're not gonna be able to use it. Do you know what I'm talking about? Am I making sense? Just run it through a second time so that all that detail comes out. Carol says she loves the adhesive sheets. Okay, so now that should be easy enough to get out. Okay, so let's put our dies back on the sheet so that we don't lose anything. And then the next step is we need to do some embossing with this birch wood. So we need this plate, and then we need the gray plate. We're just kind of doing all this work stuff first, and then we're going to assemble everything. So hopefully that's okay. So we're using the book treat boxes tonight. I'm going to take a sip of water. The magnetic mat is not Stampin' Up. Yeah. This is the book treat boxes that Stampin' Up sells, and it does not fit in the embossing folder, but that's okay because as you can see, I've already made a couple and it works just fine. So all we're going to do is just fold that flap over and place it inside here, just like that. And then we're going to run it through. Let's see, we want to run it through this way. Sorry, I know my desk is moving, but it can't not move right now when I'm doing this. Okay, so we're going to set this aside for a few minutes, and we're going to do the front layer to our card, which is this layer right here. I wanted to make sure that I have the right piece. So I'm just going to place that in there and run it through. And then I think I can actually move this die cut machine out of my off my desk now, because I think, yeah, we're done. I love this embossing folder. I think it matches a lot of things. See how pretty that is? Okay, what do y'all want to make first, the card or the box, now that we've got all the pieces cut? So here's our box, and then here's the rest of our pieces for everything. Hopefully I did not lose my stars. Nope, here's one. And then here's the other one. I've got our, got some other, okay, where'd my other star go? Ugh. I don't know. It's probably in here, right? We can only hope. Okay. I'm not going to look for it. It'll turn up. What'd y'all say? The box? You want to do the box? Okay. Perfect. I wanted to make the box too. So, we need one of everything. So this is the top of the box or the front of the box, whatever you want to call it. And you fold on those existing score lines. I did one earlier that was using the Forever Plaid. Here's what it looks like. So if you have the Forever Plaid, that's what it looks like. And then this one is the Birchwood. I just think it looks so good with the Christmas tree, right? And then it's going to go like that. We'll assemble the box after we do all of this because this tree is actually going to hold this opening part down. Let me show you. So it goes under that tree and it keeps it closed. Okay? Just like that. EF is embossing folder. Oh, what is the EF? Birchwood. This is Birchwood. Yeah. The other star is right by the tree. Okay, I see it. Thank you. Now, we've got to attach the silver to the pool party. Excuse me, I'm clearing my throat. Now, this is the one that we use the adhesive sheet on, okay? So, we have got to poke out, and I love this one here. This is probably one I will keep forever because it's just so beautiful. But I probably should have run it through with a dryer sheet because it does have a lot of detail. So there's no way you could do 100 of these because, well, you could if you wanted to, but I'm just saying it'd take you forever. It reminds me of a Halloween class I did one time. I think it was like some ornate dies. Oh, I thought I was going to die. It took forever to get those pieces die cut. Some of y'all probably remember that one. Okay, so you can see how the backing to the adhesive sheet is already coming off. I don't want that to happen. So I am very delicately, very slowly trying to poke out these pieces. I know y'all probably saying, where's that brush that we have? Who knows? Hey, I hear a dog barking. Oh, I have to tell y'all something funny. Today, I was in the kitchen eating. I think I almost have it. I was eating and I looked out on the deck and there was a squirrel on my gutter. And he was sitting there just shaking his tail, doing nothing on the gutter on top of our house. I took some videos. I took some pictures. It was pretty crazy. Our house is really tall. What's he doing up there? Okay. I think I got it. This is all trash. Now, when I do the next one, y'all are going to see how fast it takes me to do it with the Xyron, right? So I'm going to line up the bottom of the tree. Yeah, have you ever seen a squirrel on the top of your house on your gutter hanging out? Isn't that beautiful? Okay. Oh no! I knew I was going to do that. Come here, star. I might never be able to pick the star up. Let's see. Hold on. I got it. Oh, goodness. Oh, I shook my desk. Sorry, I'm trying to do better tonight of not hitting my desk. Okay, so now we're just going to take That's going to go on the front here. So we are going to use our Stampin' Dimensionals. And we want to make sure that we put it at the bottom and at the top, but not in the middle, because remember that buckle is going to go in the middle. So we can actually go ahead and place this on the box. And then we're going to add the star with a mini dimensional. He almost gave David a heart attack the other day. He was in my big my flower pot on the front porch the other day, and David walked out there to water, and the squirrel, he jumped out. He jumped out, and David jumped and screamed. I was sick and I was in bed, so I didn't get to see it, but he said he literally almost died of a heart attack because the squirrel was in my fern, and he jumped when David walked out there. It's like, oh my gosh, I wish I could have seen it. I love this ribbon. And it's back in stock. So we're going to add that there with a mini glue dot. Okay, that goes there. Now we have our greeting here. We still got to assemble the box, but the box is so easy. So I'm going to use my teeny tiny trimmer. You can use any trimmer that you have. And I'm just going to trim it down to as small as I can get it. Oh no. So Valerie says that she thinks she got my sinus infection. I hope not. I have never had a sinus infection like this ever in my life. Never. Yeah, never, never, never. Okay, we're going to attach the greeting after we finish the box. So let's go ahead and assemble this real quick. I was getting ready to like actually go to the ER. I really, you know, when you can't sleep at all, it's a terrible thing. Even now, I have to sleep with like 5 pillows. And the minute that I slide down in the bed and my head's not elevated, of course I wake up choking. So I look forward to the days of not having to sleep almost upright. I've spent more hours on the recliner in the past 3 weeks than I did when I was feeding my babies, you know. Okay, so there is adhesive here that you're going to just attach your box. Like I said, these are available on our Stampin' Up! Website. So you just center it in here, like that. And then for this piece, I just slide that under there, okay? I didn't take the sticky off. Just leave it on there and slide it under that tree, and that keeps it closed. And then for the greeting, I'm just going to add it with liquid glue right on top, and it's kind of sort of going over that buckle, which I kind of feel like it kind of reinforces it again, right? Okay. I did actually clean my desk off today. I couldn't take it any longer. I couldn't find anything, and I was like, there is absolutely no way I'm going to be able to go live being sick and having my desk in complete disarray. So I put all my stamps back in their cases. I cleaned all my blocks. It helps also that David's fishing, so no interruptions today. Okay, so now let's add some bling, some more bling. Even though this box has bling on it already, I feel like we need to do more, right? Let's see, like this one. I could go a little crazy with these rhinestones, but I'm looking for the medium size. I guess I'm out of them. One more little. Okay, so what do you think? Pretty cute, I think, right? It's so beautiful. I would be so happy if somebody gave this to me. I'd be like, oh, that's so beautiful. Okay, now let's make this super simple card. We won't be here much longer. We're going to be doing our prizes and everything. I did want to, before we make the card, I wanted to show y'all I have a new host code. Where'd I put it? Okay, so we're going to take a little break for just a second while I clear my throat too. Okay, so here's my host code, and you have your choice of 3 gifts, okay? Gift number 1, which I have right here, is a quarter pack of the rain. Danny, the embossing folder is birchwood. You get a quarter pack of the Reindeer Days Designer Series paper and a tear and tape. Okay, so that's option number 1. Option number 2 is your choice of a stamp pad, and option number 3 is your choice of a set of Stampin' Blend markers. So whichever gift you choose, you just fill out my form, and when I close the host code, I order your gifts. If you participated in my Halloween class, those products arrived today, and I will begin cutting everything tomorrow. So we should be shipping them either Monday or Tuesday. Next week is October. We're going to be having a starter kit special. So if you're thinking about becoming a demonstrator, there is going to be a special. You get $155 in product of your choice for $99. It's normally $125 in product of your choice, but in October it's going to be $155. The next special in October is we're going to have some kits. All kits from the kits collection are going to be 30% off. And that would be kits that are in stock, not the ones that are not available. That sounded a little snarky, but you know what I mean, right? Okay. We'll do the YouTube Chick Candy in just a few minutes. We're going to go ahead and make this card. If you guys have any... Wait, where'd y'all's comments go? Where'd you go? There you are. If you have any questions about any of those, just let me know. Now, for the card base, I used our thick basic white. I love, love, love the thick basic white. If you've never used it, you have got to. I'm telling you now, it is so fabulous. So I'm just going to score. This is just your standard card, 8.5 by 5.5. And I'm scoring it at 4 1/4. To sign up to be a demonstrator, it would be on my Stampin' Up! Website. But the special starts October 1st. If that's what you're asking about. If you're asking about something else, let me know. Okay, there's that. Here's the embossed layer that we made. And we're going to actually decorate this layer and then just add it to our card front. Here's our greeting. So same thing, we're going to use my teeny tiny trimmer and we're going to trim it on all 4 sides to get it as small as we can. I did go round and round on this card because I wanted it to be simple, but I didn't want it to be too simple where people didn't like it. And what finally sealed it for me was the ribbon at the bottom. I was like, oh, that's so beautiful. I love this ribbon. Okay, so there's that. Now remember, this tree, I did not use the adhesive sheets. I just used, I didn't use anything yet. I'm going to be using the Xyron, which is right here. So the first thing you got to do though is get all these pieces out without ripping your tree. My advice is run it through your die cutting machine a couple times, and that really helps. Okay, let's get these little teeny tiny pieces out. Another one there. Okay. Oh, another one here. There we go. Even that don't get those things off. Look. Come on. Okay. So now what we're going to do is place this in my little... So technically it kind of sort of is easier to use the adhesive sheets, right? Don't you think? I don't know. Like everybody says, there's multiple ways to cook spaghetti. And there's about 1,000 ways to cook chili, right? Ooh, I almost took off the edge of that. I knew that's what I was doing. I should have put it in straight, but now you want to make sure that it says rub and peel. Sometimes impatient Angie does not do the rubbing part. Yeah. Thank you for giving her the item number. The Xyron machine. This one measures, the opening is like 3 1/4 by 3 1/2. It's really small. I got this on Home Shopping Network like 10 years ago, maybe even 12. I don't know that they sell that size anymore, but you can get one similar. Okay, so now, wait, let's get our pool party tree because we want this to be ready once we peel this off. So after watching this, like I said, you're probably going to say, hey, those adhesive sheets are easier. Because the only downside of this is, which doesn't bother me because I've been using this thing ever since I became a stamper, is that sometimes there's adhesive in here, like in between the snowflakes. Ruh-roh. Okay, I'm like a bull in a china shop here. So what I'm trying to do is use my take your pick tool to get that adhesive out of those holes. Does that make sense? Yeah, it's like a web inside there, right? Can you see that? How it... someone just asked, I'm trying to get this out, how do I change the tape? I will try to remember to film the video when I have to replace mine, but I don't need to replace it yet, so I'm not taking it out. I'm pretty sure there's probably a video on it, but I do have refills because it actually came with multiples. Okay, now this thing looks like a hot mess, don't it? Whoops. Oh, I just remembered that I forgot to turn the notifications off on my phone. Hopefully David's not going to call any minute now. Okay. There we go. That part's done. Which one was faster, do you think? The adhesive sheets or the Xyron? And we're going to add the star, same way with a, I can't pick the star up with my fingernails. Here we go. So we're going to add this with a mini dimensional. Here's my main dimensionals. My husband he's not made fun of me. He's been poking fun at me And the other day he was like, you sound like a lawnmower trying to start up, because when I clear my throat, I can't find my minis. Oh well, we'll go back to old school. We'll use the regular ones and chop it in half, right? It's been a while since I've done that. Yeah, the adhesive sheets. When it's something that's not so detailed oriented, it's a little bit easier to use the Xyron. But when you're doing something like this that has all these holes and spaces in there, it's definitely easier to use the adhesive sheet. So I'm glad I showed that to y'all. I did not trim that far enough down. Let me try this one more time. Card Club ladies, if any of your cardstock is a little short when it comes time to trim, you take a Post-it note, you attach it to your piece of cardstock, and then you place it on your trimmer, line it up, and you cut. And I say that because we got really low on Cajun Craze cardstock this month. We almost did not have enough for everybody, so we had to give you strips for the greeting. So I need to make a note of that. I think I did already, actually. I think I made a note on our website that use a Post-it note to trim your greeting. Yeah. I think that's the first time I've ever actually ran out of cardstock smack dab in the middle of cutting for Card Club. That doesn't usually happen. Okay, so the tree. I'm going to have to read y'all's comments later because I know I've missed out on a lot of really good ones. It looks like there's been some good questions tonight. Okay, there's that. And then we've got to tie our... Oh, I was going to tell y'all, this ribbon is not available. It's unavailable at the moment, but it is one of our current ribbons. So this is another option. It comes in gold and silver. Here's a gold one. It's a duo pack, but it's not available. It's on back order. So that's why we're using this silver and white, which I really love this anyway. This is I think my favorite ribbon in our catalog. The stamp set that I'm using for October is the Reindeer Fun, and I did post that on our Card Club website today, and I did post it on my blog over on the Card Club subscription page. So, Reindeer Fun. We are making some Christmas cards with the Reindeer Fun. I look forward to having my real voice back again one day. I know my husband will too. He'll be looking forward to me actually cooking dinner again too. He's had to do everything. Okay. So we can go ahead and add it to our card base, and then we can add our bling. Hi there. Ooh, that scared me. I keep thinking, is that squirrel in the backyard watching me right now? Oh, we have a possum that keeps coming in our backyard and turning on our security cameras. It lights up our whole bedroom because we have motion detection lights back there now. Ever since that dude tried to get into our house, we had to ramp up the security. Okay, now our bling. I want a large one, and like I said, I think I'm completely out of the medium, so we're just going to have to go with the smallies. let's see, put this one down here and do a couple up here. Okay, so how'd I do? Not too shabby, right? The card looks pretty much identical, right? And then move this over here, and then our box. So anybody arriving late, the way that the box stays closed is this flap goes under the tree. That's how it stays closed. So these are Stampin' Up. I brought the package with me. Book treat boxes. You get 10 of them, and it's item 164048. Yeah, so that background is the birch wood, and then I did one with the Forever Plaid, but the Forever Plaid is on back order, so the birch wood is available. Pool Party is my favorite color, my favorite Stampin' Up color, so I was like, this is going to be easy to do. Okay, so are y'all ready for prizes? Did everybody get their name in? Let me pull these. Oh, you know what? Let me do the YouTube Chick Candy first, so that way we can get that knocked out. Our winner for last week was... So last week was the Hanging Ornament Stamp Set, Hanging Ornament Dies, the Grinch Fabric Tray, and the Dressy Adhesive Back Embellishments. Janine, I think that's Janine Nuttall. I need your information. I need your mailing address so that I can ship these to you. The person that won last week has not claimed their prize. So I don't have emails for you guys. I don't have any way to contact you. So that's why I announced the winners here on YouTube. So I need you to contact me, give me your address, and I will mail them out. I usually hold on to them for about a month. After that, I re-gift them, to be honest, because I can't keep all the unclaimed prizes, right? Okay, so now for our live prizes, I'm going to bring them over here. And you've got about 1 minute to get your name in, because I got to go turn the form off and copy all the names into a spreadsheet. And thank y'all again so much for showing up on a Friday evening. I'm sorry, like I said, I had to cancel Tuesday and Wednesday. There's no way I could have done this either of those nights. Okay, so I'm going to copy everyone's name. The form is still available, and the minute that I turn it off, I will let you guys know that the form is closed. This form is not open when we're not live. I close it, like I'm closing it now, and I won't open it again until next Tuesday. So we have 255 entries tonight to our live prizes, and the form is officially closed. So now I'm going to copy everyone's name over to the spreadsheet, and I'll share my screen, and we will draw the prizes. Okay, I got to name this. So this is 927. And where's the spreadsheet? Where'd it go? Downloads. Here we go. About 30 more seconds. Okay, so now I'm just going to copy and paste this whole column. Command C and Command V. And I'm going to share my screen real quick. I say it real quick. Here we go. Okay, can y'all see the screen? And Command V. Wow, that is quite the delay. Okay, I need an ink pen. Here we go. And a Post-it note. So the first winner is going to have to tell me which item that they want. And here we go. Rita, congrats. So we're going to sit here for a minute, and we need to hear from Rita. Is Rita here? Which item would you like, Rita? I'm trying to find the comments. There you go. Okay, so we're waiting to hear from Rita. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take it off the screen for a second so that she can see the choices. So, Rita, your choices are, I need to know which fabric tray you want, Rita. So, your choices are, and Rita, what is your screen name on here? So, your choices are Christmas, Halloween, or Grinch. Christmas, Halloween, or Grinch. And whoever sees, okay, she is, okay, so, okay. There was a form, Diana, at the very beginning. There was a form for you to fill out. So, Rita, here's the three. You get the Dressy embellishments with the Grinch, or you get the Regal foil dots with the ghost, or you get the gold with the Christmas. Did she choose one? The Christmas one? Not the Grinch, right? Okay. The Christmas one. This one's yours. If that's not right, let me know. Okay? Okay, so now we're going to share the screen again, and we're going to draw the next winner. Here's the second winner. Patricia? You have a typo in your name, but I know who you are. Same thing, so I'll stop sharing the screen for just a second. Patricia, which one would you like? Do you want the Grinch with the Dressy or the Regal foiled dots with the ghost? So, Patricia, y'all are still there, right? All of a sudden, I don't see any comments. Goodness gracious. Okay. We still have two more. Okay, y'all are there. So, Patricia, I need to know which one you want so that we can proceed to the final one. And like I said earlier, if she's not here, we will redraw. Oh, you want the ghost? Okay, perfect. So the final winner is going to get the Grinch. Now, here's the thing. I have more of the others. So technically, if you don't want the Grinch, we can do something else. So I'm going to go back to the screen share, and we're going to draw one more time. Unless the winner's not here for the Grinch basket, right? It's not a basket, it's a fabric tray. Christina. Okay. I need to hear from you that you're here and that you want this. If not, we're going to draw another name. So, Christina, I need to know that you're here and that you're going to claim this. And then while we're waiting on you, I'm going to go ahead and show you the live chick, or the YouTube Chick Candy for this week. And the way that you enter to win the YouTube Chick Candy is you leave a comment on this video after the video is over. Okay? So I'm still waiting to hear from Christina. Y'all let me know when we hear from her, okay? Because if we don't, we're going to draw again. So next, the giveaway for this week's YouTube Chick Candy is the Sweetest Star stamp set. the Regal Distressed Patterns Designer Series paper, the gold blah, 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 and then this Christmas basket or tray. Like I said, I made like 10 of these in one setting. You do want it. Great. Awesome. Okay, so everyone was here tonight. Yay. Now, I'm going to need y'all's addresses. So I'm going to put up the link to the claim form and my email. Either works. I just need y'all's mailing addresses. So all of our winners, regardless of whether you're on my mailing list or not, I need to hear from you. Okay, so how do you enter to win the YouTube Chick Candy? I'm going to put that graphic on the screen now. I know I just covered up the link, but I'm going to explain it. How do I move all this stuff around? Ugh, so many links. Here we go. If you have a smartphone, just take out your smartphone and take a picture of these links. I need your mailing address. And it helps me because I can have Diana help me do shipping. So here is the prizes I'm holding in my hand now. And all you have to do is leave a comment on this video when it ends. And I will draw the winner next Tuesday. Probably about between 3 and 4 before I go live. And these are all the prizes. Okay? Super simple. That's all you got to do. Most of y'all are already familiar with all of this. Most of y'all have been here a while, right? Okay, so any questions before we sign off? I would say I would share the cards I've received in the past month because I am a little tardy on that. But y'all can tell that my voice is nearing the end. So it's best I go ahead and sign off. Aw, Yvette, you are too kind. Yes, and congrats to all of our winners. Make sure that you get me your information so that I can hardly talk now, right? Yeah. Cliffy says it's free to give me a thumbs up. Hey, it is free. You're right. Although some people were probably like, oh, her coughing. And I actually do feel so much better. Yes, thank y'all. I do feel better. I just don't sound better yet. But I have not taken my evening medicine yet either. So I will be here pretty soon. So I will be, so Melba wants to know where to find the thumbs up. Can y'all help her? Can you tell her where, because my iPhone is up there, so I can't really, Melba, are you on a computer or a tablet or an iPhone? Because it's different on everything. Like on a computer, it's right under the video. But if you're on an iPhone, it's kind of difficult to find, I think, right? Yeah. Yeah. You know what? Next week I'll bring my iPad with me. And I should be able to show you. My iPad that I have sitting here is completely dead, so I can't really show you anything on it, and my phone is recording, so I'm kind of out of luck. Tammy says you have to close the chat box to see it. Oh, thank you, Tammy. Hey, Tammy, I was going to ask the mailman if he would try to deliver your package again. I haven't seen him, but I have it in my foyer to ask him if he'll try to re-deliver it. I don't know if they will or not. I don't know why it got denied. Renee says if it's a laptop, the thumbs up is right next to the comment box. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. Only 35 more people. Are you asking for 35 more people? I have to say again, though, thank you all, Yvette and Cliffy, for the super sticker, super chat. That's really, thank y'all very much. Yes, thank you. And I don't know how to reply to the chat, so I don't know if I can, right? Okay, so next Tuesday, same time, same place. I I don't even know if I know what we're making. No, I haven't even thought that far ahead. I just made these, what, 4 or 5 hours ago. Yeah, I just made these. So, of course, I would not know what we're making on Tuesday. Okay, I hope y'all have a wonderful weekend. I'm losing my voice, so have a good night. I'll see you Tuesday, okay? Thank you.